We are Purdue University and we want to reduce the pollution in the Wabash River.
The Wabash River contains 72% of Indiana's drinking water.
Across the United States, 206 million pounds of pollutants are released in the waterways every year.
Indiana has one of the worst water pollution levels in the United States. With user research, we came to the realization that local residents and students who normally walk on the trails of the Wabash River are the most knowledgeable and aware of the pollution in the Wabash River. With our user research, we came to the realization that local residents and students who walk on the trails and banks of the Wabash are the most knowledgeable about the pollution and have a good idea of where it's coming from. Local residents and students who walk across the pedestrian bridge on a daily basis have shown to express limited knowledge on the pollution and how it occurs.
I was kind of grossed out, to be honest with you, just to see that the dirty water that was kind of yellow, and then you see the clear, and then you see that 72% of Indiana's water is coming from the Wabash, and that's how dirty it is. It was really disappointing.
To increase people's awareness and knowledge, we created a display to be placed on the pedestrian bridge. The eye-catching design will captivate the user's interest to approach the display and read the information. From user feedback, users are not generally attracted to displays with a mass amount of information.
Because there's really not anything that kind of color around here, so when you see something that's white and blue, that really stands out compared to the rest of the scenery. It grabs your eye and makes you want to look at it.
On our display, we included minimal and effective statistics to quickly convey information. In addition, we included a list of organizations currently making an effort for people to get in contact with if people were interested in getting involved.
From our initial research, it was clear that nobody admits to actually littering down by the river or in the local community. But when you're actually down by the river, there's litter everywhere, and local experts say the problem has only gotten worse in recent years.
So the commission met last night, and we were actually talking about the increased litter that we've seen along the river, which is recent. It was better now, for no reason, I don't know why. It's increased quite a bit.
Oh, really? So our goal was to find a way to make disposing of trash more appealing and feasible for locals down by the river. To do this, we made the trash slinging stabber, a device we hope to place at regular intervals along the river, encouraging local walkers to pick up trash as they walk. We will have trash bins with the stabber on a hook next to it, so people can walk up to the trash can, pick up the stabber, walk along the river, pick up a few pieces of trash as they go, throw away the trash at the next station, and leave the stabber for the next person to use.
Yeah, I would participate in cleaning it up. It's kind of fun to stab the trash, and it gives you something to do along your walking, and it's helping the environment.
But the trash slinging stabber was very intuitive, and users knew what to do with it immediately. After our testing, our portion of the river was 100% cleaner than it was when we started. Users picked up all of the trash in that portion of the river. From here, we will use our connections at the Go Greener Commission of Greater Lafayette to get the authority to place the stabbers at regular intervals along the river so that users can take ownership of the riverfront and clean up trash in their everyday lives.
So when we first started looking at this problem, our group believed that the main contributor to contamination in the Wabash River were factories and industry. Basically, a long time ago, factories would draw their power along the river because that's where they were based. They would dump all their pollutants into the river, and it did become contaminated over time. So after doing primary and secondary research, we determined that the real contributor to pollution in the Wabash these days is agriculture. Essentially, chemicals such as atrazine work their way into the river due to rainwater or irrigation systems being used, and it creates runoff.
A lot of different regulations as far as like chemicals and things getting into like water systems, and so those are poorly enforced right now, and that's part of the reason why we already have the problem that the Wabash has.
So using this new information, we came up with several how can we statements, and the one that we chose to focus on is how can we make farmers contribute to sustainable agriculture with specific relevance to the Wabash River. Our prototype is a certificate given to farms set up with river sustainability in mind. In order to obtain a certificate, a farm must pass several criteria, such as threshold chemical levels and basic rainwater collection systems.
So I think that rating system is a really interesting idea. I like the idea of getting people to participate based on kind of rewarding them for good behavior.
By partnering with local government organizations through the Go Greener Commission, this certificate will have enough authority in the Lafayette area to motivate farmers to make a difference.
As an industrial engineering major, I will be able to implement the DFA design process in my future projects. Learning how products affect the user will allow me to create innovative products for my employers. Also, being able to work in a small team and as a large group will enhance my ability to communicate thoughts effectively with my colleagues and future employers.
After learning the human-centered design process and applying it to our challenge, we are prepared and equipped to overcome obstacles that prevent us from accomplishing our goals in the future. After partnering with the Go Greener Commission, we have learned how to effectively propose and present our organization as a possible partner. We hope to move forward as an asset to the community.